job to convey a feeling.
Come on, look at the light on this hole. How good is that?
My goal is to make you feel like you were there.
What can we get that we haven't got already? Thanks.
And a lot of times that's not just like looking out at the most obvious thing.
And that's really hard. I would go as far as say it's impossible, but we'll keep trying, and that's probably why we keep coming back.
If you throw enough darts, one's gonna hit treble 20, right?
The road to Augusta. The idea behind this trip was to sort of capture the spirit of what it was like to be on a buddies trip the week before the Masters, giving folks an opportunity to see things that maybe they hadn't sort of seen before. The film piece, obviously, that we're doing is a bit of a behind-the-scenes look.
I'm gonna get on the drone, you filming me filming the drone.
The creative process behind modern golf storytelling. Obviously, we have two of the most talented creatives in the game, Mr. Matt Gibson, Mr. Matt Jr.
Genesis of the idea is like, how do we show variety and how do we show everything that the Carolinas has to offer?
Story about the road from Pinehurst to Augusta or Aiken. In the very early 20s, when the automobile was starting to be used, Peter Tufts with the Pinehurst Resort, he somehow got Highway 1 from Pinehurst all the way through Camden to Aiken to Augusta because he wanted that resort experience.
And I've built relationships with those guys in Virginia. Those guys, same guys, go to the Masters every year, and they're, hey man, we're passing by. Can we swing in there front? Man, come on.
The road to Augusta. So you're reliving something that started, 20 years ago.
Just got really excited about the in-betweens of golf. Like I love the golf stuff, but I almost got more excited about like, if we're truly going to show what it's like to make this pilgrimage from North Carolina down to Augusta, like what are all those in-between moments?
Pretty, sorta,
When we show up to these places and you're photographing a course or a club like this for the first time, what makes you raise the camera?
What I want to try to do is if I can get like a little bit of a sun flare, like a sunburst. Every time that I bring my camera somewhere, my goal is to make you feel like you were there. And a lot of times that's not just like looking out at the most obvious thing, right? The golf course. I really try to like settle myself down and just sort of feel what's going on around me. And then like, what are the things that make me feel that way? And a lot of times it's fabrics of the room, it's textures, it's light coming through certain places. I can see the way the light's like coming this way. It's light like poking through these doors. Because the way I shoot is there's probably not going to be one image that tells that entire story. It's going to be sort of a series, and when we put them all together, it's going to give you that feeling of, okay, that's what it was like to be at Camden Country.
Like just going around the back 9. I just don't want to annoy people when they're on the backside.
Oh, no, this crowd around here, they can care less. They just want to get out there and they just want to play. Got a beer, they're good. Yeah.
I like to see them, if they find it, if they try to hit out of there.
Out here, the biggest thing to remember is probably the don't go long.
Hey, you need to catch this. No way, it's down there. Brooksy, is it down there?
Watch this.
Get a good eye. This is ridiculous. You are. You see that?
Right, how about that one?
How do you think that you influence each other's work? You mentioned earlier you're like looking at Matty Jones's stuff and you're
I can't look at his stuff too often. This makes me feel about it.
Dude, no.
I'm so embarrassed to be shooting a Fujifilm in front of Matty Jones. He's like the reason I bought a Fujifilm camera, and I'm like shooting one in front of him. So don't compare my photos to him.
I can't speak for you guys. I started shooting because it was a hobby, right? Like I liked doing this, and it's amazing that I get paid to do it now. So then you get to just speak to other people who are really passionate about the same hobby you have. It's like, hey, like, did you see the light on this hole?
The light on this hole is crazy. Outrageously good. You know that back corner?
Yeah.
That back corner, it actually gets some really fun like lights.
It's just fun, you know what I mean? Like we get to share this like craft that we like all love. Matty's out shooting and it's awesome because I'm like, this guy's amazing, and I get to like see it.
That's sick.
I'm always learning. I look at you and I'm like, how can I get there? So to be around people who are amazing is just awesome.
Today when we were at the hot dog and hamburger shop, like that little midget spot in Camden, like you brought out your Fuji and I was like, you're like pointing at something, I was like, damn dude, I want that shot. Like that's a good shot, like I want that, you know, but like we're a team in this, you know, and that's the other cool part of this is like we're telling stories together, and so you respect what others can capture and let them capture, and you're like, okay, if he's doing that, what else can I find, you know, and how can we play off each other? And luckily enough, our styles are similar enough that like they're not going to feel out of place. You never try to just like straight up copy somebody and recreate the image that they created. It's like, okay, I felt something about that, and I see what it was like. How else can I?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's a difficult business to be in, but to steward this property from its roots, what happened to it, the fact that it's still here after the Depression, is pretty amazing too. Augusta National, Sage Valley, and then all of a sudden, you know, you've got Tree Farm and all the exclusive private clubs, and there we are.
Yeah.
So we serve our purpose.
When you say the road to Augusta, immediately your mind goes to the final destination. I hope with what we captured this week is think less about the final destination, a little bit more about the process, a little bit more about the route, a little bit more about the details and the things that you can do along the way. And yeah, we're stopping at some really cool and unique and like character-driven places, and like everybody should see these. Do they have to bring a camera and take the photos? No, it'd be cool if they did. Like I hope we inspired some of that as well, because they can capture those memories. But like there's just a lot of really cool things that they can do along the route.
This handheld drone, mate. How often do you see that?
Come on.
I walked up to 4 and I had the drone up. Matt comes up to me and he just goes like, isn't it so cool we get to do this? And I was like, it really genuinely is.
Yeah.
This makes me so happy that we get to do this.
Dude, it's sick. Like, there's been full time day. Like, it's so sick.
The sun was coming down. And I just had like this out-of-body experience of there was no one on the course. I was just like, I am standing on one of the great golf courses on planet Earth with a drone and some amazing light, and I was like, I'm good with this. To get to do it is like such a privilege, and we got into the hotel room and I was like, look at this drone shot I got at the clubhouse. I was like, this is like so good. And that's it. Like, is someone going to look at a photo of Palmetto or a video on the drone that I took of Palmetto and say like, Matt was in his feels at that moment? No, but I think at some point you can tell there's just like a secret ingredient of like the love for the craft, right? At some point I would hope that people see that like it was just like pure for the love of doing it that we got those shots, right?
I think I'm done. I don't think there's any more like it. I am so ready for a beer.